Banger alert. I told you. Guess who's back?
All right.
Beers and bets, and
Beers
we
and bets.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What up?
Part 2 of the podcast this week.
Yeah.
We're on to the NFC Championship.
Came to hang out with you guys a little bit longer. You guys
Yeah.
were lucky. I had a lot to do, man.
I'm fucking glad to be here, man. Aren't you?
I was in the middle of a push-up.
Yeah.
I've been on that push-up channel.
We interrupted your workout.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, you guys really always. I mean, anytime we have to do this, I have to take away. Normally, I just a couple deep breaths and push-ups.
Don't worry. Next time I'm at Jimmy's, I'll make sure to record it live for everyone on YouTube. We'll see how many push-ups you can do live for everybody.
Well, we don't have to do that.
We'll see how it goes.
What's the over-under? I would set the over-under at like maybe 19. I don't know if he could get to a full 20.
Give me a lot of credit there, man. I appreciate it, brother. Hey, man. All right. Man.
I don't know. Push-ups aren't that hard to do.
I'll go with 22 just because he knows he is live.
Yeah.
So he like a little extra adrenaline, and he's probably going to cheat and have one or two sloppy ones in there.
I'll take both those bets, man, because I'll cover that.
And it probably depends how strict you're counting like a push-up.
Right.
Like how low do you got to go?
To touch the ground.
Yeah. This isn't a Bowflex fucking video. I mean, I'm just going to do, you know what I'm saying?
You do this on a wood floor or carpet.
Yeah, no, I do it, dude. I usually, I actually been doing them on the roof because it's been real cold outside.
Or you get the incline.
Oh, or decline. There you go. Yeah. We see it. All right, Todd.
All right.
Mo taught me about that.
All right,
don't strong.
Don't hurt yourself there.
All
right. Let's talk NFC Championship.
NFC Championship.
Yeah, 49ers at Rams.
We can go on about this body if you want.
Rams are favored by 3.5, which I like. I like that the number's more than a field goal. Over under at 45.5.
Who's better looking, me or the Niners coach Shanahan? Definitely. Who can do more push-ups?
I don't check out dudes, but he'd work. Yeah. He's Wade. Yeah, he's in. Yeah,
Dude,
he could probably beat the shit out of you,
dude. He would start to beat the shit out of me, but then he like fucking give up.
But he's up 28-3. He lets it slide.
Before he knocks me out, he'd be like, you know what? And then I'd fucking like what arm
pinch
bar
his nose or something.
Arm bar his ass.
Yeah,
Jimmy's gonna arm bar his ass.
Yeah, I do that all the time, man.
Yeah.
Clear. Yeah, I've been working with the arm bar. All right. What do we like?
Brad, you start off here. What's your pick on the spread in this game?
Hey, I got to bring things back to normal here. I'm taking the under.
Okay.
In this game.
Boring.
Because Rams are 3.5, right? So I'm taking the under at 45.5. The last 7 games San Fran's played, they're 6-1 against the spread. Six of the 7 have hit the under. Last 5 games at the SoFi Stadium have hit the under. They just held Green Bay to 10 and Dallas to 17.
Easy, Tony.
It's going to be easy. I think with the track record Shanahan against McVay.
Kornheiser with the fucking numbers.
Hey,
I got the over for this game. I got to go the other way. I got the over, and I like it being a battle of McVay and Shanahan, and them just coming up with a couple trick plays to spring a few
battle
big
of the
ones.
hairstyle.
I think that's enough. It's a low. The number's low for a reason because the defenses are better than the offenses.
Right.
But in this game, I like McVay and Shanahan to throw some tricks.
You think it ends up no matter what, kind of getting to a point where it like is a shootout type deal? Yeah.
Both teams get in the high 20s at least. Yeah.
That's not
45.5 is a low number
of these games. That is not the track record. They only would have covered in that last one, and only because it went to overtime. Yeah. The other time they played 31-10, they got their ass beat. The Rams did. That's not going to cover.
That was a weird game, though. That was a weird fucking game. The
but
Niners
I think again,
down and out in that game going in and they won, and that was weird.
In both games, we've seen the size advantage of their O-line show up against the Rams, like front 5.
Fair, but we got to remember the time of year. What happens to Shanahan? I mean.
I was there to witness it for
firsthand. Yeah, you were at the fucking.
I do always in the back of my mind. Yeah.
So you like them to win too? You like the
I like the
Niners-
under, but I think they control the game.
You think the
I think
Niners win?
I think the Niners win. I
Wow.
think they hit the under. Yep.
Okay. I do like
I don't-
I like the Niners plus 3.5
But the under
as
is
well.
what I'm going though, just because I know that shocks you.
Yeah.
Well, that is crazy, dude. Normally, you know what I mean.
You know what?
You know
too,
what
I
it
like.
hits though. So
Yeah. Well, even if it under hits, is it really that satisfying though?
I don't know. How
Like,
do you feel
Yeah.
when money goes into your
How,
account?
yeah,
How
are
does
you
that
kidding
feel?
me?
I don't know though,
Yeah.
dude. The money I'm betting on football, I lose it all eventually, anyways. It's just for the entertainment.
That's
It
'cause
really
you
is.
parlay every team in the
Yeah.
league and any
We're
quarterback
bringing
that throws the ball.
endorsement for listening to Matt We're Oddsing over
Yeah,
here.
they're beers and bets, baby.
Yeah.
You heard it here
Listen
first. and this is
listen
what
to
we
my
do.
picks. It'll be fun, and you'll lose the money eventually.
Tell you
You'll
what,
right?
lose, but you'll have
Yeah.
fun.
You
Yeah,
can come here and learn.
that's my endorsement.
Can be your
Jimmy,
best
what's
day.
your pick for that game? The Niners Rams. Just on
I'm
the spread.
actually because are we allowed to do favorite? Like, can I pick just like the money line Rams? Am I allowed or no? Are we going? Like,
I guess. I mean, it's kind of
All
soft.
right, I'll go -3.5. But in that case, dude, I'll actually take the Niners plus 3.5 because I think that it is a 3-point. I think that it is a close game. I really.
That's
do.
what I like too. I like
Yeah.
Niners plus 3.5, and I also like if you take that bet, doing Rams to win by between 1 and 3 points.
parlay it with
At plus
Burrow, and then
800.
parlay it with Burrow
You're
to throw a
getting-
football, and then
This is how
parlay
you don't
that
make
with-
money.
I
You're
like the
banking on,
Rams
like,
to win by a
2-point
field
spread.
goal plus
Yeah.
800. Rams
But
win
I
by a
can-
field goal.
Yeah, that's not a bad bet actually, because to parlay it, you're out of your fucking mind. But yeah, I think if that actually is one bet, them to win by a field goal, that's not a bad one,
Yep.
right?
What about this one? Just so you guys can stay mad at me.
Ah, boy.
Ayuk most receiving yards in this game plus 800. Brandon Ayuk.
I think it's gonna be Odell Beckham Jr.
Take a shot somewhere, I guess.
Yeah.
You like that most yards in a game. I don't feel like you hit that very often though, because a lot of times it's been Brian Edwards.
That's I watched Brian Edwards from my memory.
Oh yeah,
He's done.
I didn't. Some people don't forget.
Yeah.
Now I do think it's interesting.
I remember who he plays for.
Like
They're
this,
both dead now.
but I think it is this matchup of like a team playing for the third time. It's only happened 21 times ever.
Yeah,
And the team that's been 2-0, they're 14-7 in that third game.
They win it again.
So
yeah.
I was shocked when I saw that. 'Cause,
Ravens and Steelers have done it a few times.
yeah, I'm sure
they've
they
met again in
racked
the
up that stat.
playoffs. Yeah,
but-
I'm sure the Jets and the Patriots did it. At least
Maybe
once.
back
I know a
and
lot of
forth
people
one
aren't
time.
like
Yeah.
super
With Rex
enthused with
Ryan
an
one
NFC
year.
West matchup in this spot, but
Yeah.
you know this. Whatever game we see, like high scoring, low scoring, whatever, it's probably going to be a close game.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I think it'll be like a.
They know each other too well for it not to be.
Yeah, when I think
'Cause they're
about
one of-
it, I
they-
would probably
mean,
lean to the under.
Would you
over-
say they're the hottest team in football right now? The Niners, probably.
Yeah,
I'd argue
Chiefs
the
are-
Chiefs.
Chiefs
I'd
are
argue the
pretty
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough, but when you win in
they're
13
fucking
seconds,
not
it's
bad
tough.
right now.
Yeah,
I don't understand. Whatever, fuck that.
yeah. Moving along.
Okay,
Moving along.
so I threw out the Brandon Ayuk one. What about you,
I hate that
Jimmy?
you're gonna be there.
Jimmy player props. It'll be a good time though. Arrowhead will be on Sunday.
Yeah,
be a
you're
good
gonna
time.
come back with a fucking Kelsey jersey on with your dumbass.
I'll be going
What
in
do
a
you
Bucks
want?
jersey. I'll ask him on the way down the freaking little spiral ramp. You know that little spiral ramp that
I know all
Leaving
about
out
it.
of the
I've been
stadium.
there.
After-
when I was
after
there,
the-
Peyton Manning threw 4 touchdowns to a white receiver, not a
Right on.
wide receiver. White.
right on.
Brandon
So-
Dick or
but
Eric.
After the Chiefs beat the Bengals on Sunday, while we're walking down that little ramp, I'll just say, are the Chiefs going to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl
Have
next
fun
year?
in that parking lot trying to
Because they
get
didn't
home that
last
night,
year.
getting up for work in the morning, waiting 18 hours in that
Well,
parking lot. With a
I
bunch
mean,
of
the game
drunk
will end
fucking
at
people.
5. So, I have
So you'll
plenty
be
of
out of there.
time.
You might be out by 9. That's cool, man. That'll be fun. Yeah.
I don't think it'll be that way.
We'll finish this up. We'll talk a little more parking, maybe too.
Fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
Brad's got some parking stats for us,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Some hard stats
All
on
right.
the
What
parking
is it?
ticket.
I like Stafford. Over 1.5, but it's -223 or 33. So it is like,
Not
a
a
bet,
great
but
number.
Yeah, but I do like I think that will hit. I think they know that.
Over 1.5 touchdowns for Stafford.
Yeah. And dude, he did that last week for me, and that did cash. And it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like when they get in there, their running game doesn't seem to be like the thing. But God, they have a lot of different options on that. People option shit and option on option on options. You know what I mean?
Fucking Higbee.
But they run
Fucking
guys.
Higbee's goofy ass.
Killing it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he is though. A lot of these weird tight ends, man, is athletic as fuck, but you don't really know much about him, and every team kind of has one. Kelsey is Travis Kelsey, but you look at the Bengals guy, and then Knox, even they're out, but tight ends are starting to become a huge part of the game, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Kittle's pretty nasty when they actually give him
Kittle.
the ball.
Depending
he's
on
nasty
the matchup
blocking.
they're facing too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they can find a mismatch somewhere with a linebacker, like Knox, you brought up, they're gonna toast him until you finally change
until you figure it out, and then that one play is gonna open up,
Right.
Whoever else, and that's where Chase is gonna kill you. So
Yeah. Brad, what about you? Player prop for that game?
I love Elijah Mitchell over 69.5 rushing yards. He's gone over 85 in both games against the Rams. He gets the ball a ton when he's healthy. Especially I think it's telling that he covered that over last time they played, because that was when Debo kind of has become this running back, basically receiver combo, whatever you want to call him. He should be a dual threat next year, if you draft him in fantasy.
Yeah, there really hasn't been another player like him.
I mean,
he
got to about 1,000 yards in almost 10 weeks, 11 weeks. And it's almost like all the running back injuries came then. It's like, all right, well, he can just play running back too. And special athlete, he'll get a ton of carries, but I think Elijah Mitchell will get his yards too, just because they're so afraid of the fake end around and him up the middle kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to run against them though. Rams are pretty good. Right?
Not true, because
not true.
Well, at least when these two have played each other.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know that the Rams haven't played.
You're looking 291 to 116 rushing yards in the two games. They just manhandle them. They're just bigger. Period.
Yeah. Then that's where the Niners have drafted. They have a good foundation of a team.
Yeah.
Definitely. John Lynch has done a really good job, putting together competitive people all across the board. We can't name a lot of their players, especially on the defensive side, but they have a lot of good ones, man. Hey, and there was one here, Garoppolo to have over 250 passing yards and them to win is plus 351. And that's an interesting one. It's like, if it's going to be the shootout you talked about, that isn't, that's not that unreal. I mean,
I just don't like betting on Garoppolo on nothing. I don't like the idea of it. I just don't. I have no fucking confidence.
I don't like that bet, but it was something that I did screenshot and put on here.
Yeah,
it's a healthy number for because if the Niners win, 250 is a low amount of passing yards to have.
Yeah, it's not.
Odell's another.
I mean,
one too.
Garoppolo probably had less than 200 last week, right? And they beat the Packers, so you never know.
I can't imagine he had more.
Did anyone Odell's over this week yet too?
I don't know. I don't have a number for it.
It's 51.5. The last 2 weeks he's gone for 69 yards and 54.
No, over on that. What's
51.5?
What are the odds on it though?
It was minus 120.
Yeah.
Hit the over.
Yeah,
I think that's a good bet though. That's you feel like that's almost an easy one.
I do. I mean, you've kind of just, if you look at history, Cup has feasted on the Niners and they still beat the Rams. So I wonder if they almost, it'll be an interesting matchup. That's why I like seeing third time in a season.
I do.
Yeah. I like that one. That kind of reminds me, what's an unexpected player that could break out this game? Because the guy I got is actually Kyle Juszczyk, the 49ers fullback.
Yep.
And I like him to have over 1.5 receptions. I just think that's an interesting bet because Shanahan really does trust that dude. He'll have a few plays for him every single game just because he trusts him and he likes him.
And
I think he had 2
games,
touchdowns in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's what I was just
Yeah.
thinking. In big games,
You know,
he counts on it.
Yeah. So I just like him to have 2 catches. That's minus 110. It's not juicy odds, but I just think that's one I feel good about. And then Brandon Ayuk is my other guy because I could see Debo being limited. I could see Kittle having a decent day, and then Ayuk being necessary for the Niners to make big plays in the game when everything's so focused on Debo. So
yeah, my bad. I looked up my pick, so it threw me off for a sec there. But yeah.
Because it's a lot. It's a lot of receivers. I guess you could go with a defensive player that could surprise you and make a couple big plays.
Yeah, but that's not as fun. There's not odds and shit.
Brad mentioned Odell, which could kind of steal the show.
That's the one I'm gonna take here at on Bovada right now is over 4.5 receptions is plus 124, man. And that's
for Beckham.
For Beckham, yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I think he is like kind of like it's a wrinkle in their fucking whole thing. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of doing like the Debo, I'm not comparing him to Debo. Debo's far and he's playing way better, but he's kind of doing something in the offense that they didn't really do the whole year, or they didn't have him obviously. And like now it's like shit, dude. Odell's he could have 3 catches on the first drive like he did last week. So yeah, I like that bet a lot. It's actually a good bet. I'm gonna put that in because that is.
Yeah, I don't have a player prop or anything on it, but just my breakout is I feel like Sony Michel's taken a big back seat since Cam Akers has come back from the Achilles. I know McVay has said, I still have complete confidence in him, even though he lost 2 fumbles. I don't know how you don't give the ball more this coming week to Sony Michel when he was the leading rusher in the NFL in December. It just, he has a history of performing well in big time games. He had the OT winner in that game that sent Georgia, to the, even in college though, he's had touchdowns in big spots. He's played in big games.
When I saw him at Georgia, I thought he was going to be much better in the NFL than he has been. And
he
kind of was as a rookie, right?
He was really better than Chubb in college.
As a prospect.
He was more impressive.
Yeah. Yes. I'd agree with that.
In the rough, man.
It's
Darnheim
crazy.
that one.
It's crazy to think about that. Yeah.
What's crazy is the year I'm talking about, the backfield at Georgia was
Gurley,
Sony Michel. Gurley was gone. He had been drafted the year before, but Sony Michel, Chubb, and then DeAndre Swift was the third down back.
Yeah, that is wild.
Talk about a receiver like what? And I think
Alabama still whooped their fucking ass in those days.
Well, they didn't though that year. They beat them in OT on like a field goal.
Yeah,
that year, but still, God, that was exactly. That was the year Tua came on. You remember real late.
That was when dude
threw like 3 touchdowns from nowhere.
He was like, dude, this running back for New England, man. And I was like, yeah, the guy that they drafted out of the first round from Georgia, that Bill Belichick took a running back for like the first time
overall
ever.
Pick.
Yeah, I'm like, he might be a good player. Good call, dude. I don't know where to go.
But no, I don't really understand their logic. Why they got away from Michelle. I know they have more faith in Akers.
I agree with that, man.
When you see 2 fumbles and coming off the Achilles, it just doesn't make sense.
That was weird, dude.
And the Rams gave him the ball a bunch last week, and he never really did anything with it.
No, I think
it was almost a good thing.
For 48. It was
as a Bucs fan, I was happy when they handed the ball off to Akers because I was like, oh, he's going to get 3 yards tops. And
just did not look explosive.
Yeah,
Vea looked good though.
Bad against.
I thought.
Yeah, Vita Vea.
I thought he showed up
big time. He had a sack, I think, right? Yeah, he had a big play.
Just a lot of pressure.
Is fucking awesome. Yeah.
I don't know if he's worth his contract, but maybe we'll talk about that when we get to the offseason.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy I like to have around.
We don't want to talk more about.
Okay, I did have a random one though, because we were talking about how crazy that backfield was at Georgia. Neither of those running backs that year, they both had over 1,200 yards and averaged like 6 yards a carry, had 15 touchdowns apiece. Neither of them cracked the top 20 in college that year. But it's amazing the names that were up there and were relevant in fantasy this year. So like Rashard Penny was first overall. In
the first running back. Oh, okay.
In rushing yards. Rashard Penny.
In college, right?
Yeah, in college that year. Jonathan Taylor was third. Wow. Singletary was fourth. Lamar Jackson was 6th. AJ Dillon was 7. Ronald Jones was 8. Lindsey was 12. J.K. Dobbins was 18, and Myles Gaskin was 21.
That's fucking crazy.
Finally, Chubb came in at 23 and Michelle at 31. I was like, that is a talented year.
Yeah.
Darrell Henderson was in that mix as well. It was like, wow, that's a lot of talent that year.
It kind of does tell you all those players are in their like 4th or 5th year in the league. That's like your window as a running back.
Yep.
And then like in 2 years, there's going to be
just proves not worth
10 new guys that fill most of those spots.
Right now, like Todd Gurley's at home.
The people
like,
that paid
remember
for
me?
Elliott and the people that Barkley that paid these high draft picks for these guys. They're like McCaffrey. No wonder the Panthers are trying to trade him if they can.
Good luck
you don't want that contract on a running
He's
back.
He's good, but it's not good to have like.
No, I'm not doubting the talent. But
they had no choice to give it to him, and it's like, that sucks, man. Because like,
now you're fucked.
Yeah, he's not. He's gonna start getting hurt, and
that's like.
Can you
the
imagine
Saints.
being Gurley watching the fucking like Rams right now, though?
Especially because he's not that old of a guy.
That's probably about our age. He's probably younger than us. Yeah, he's like probably
his
younger
knees just bone on bone.
Yeah. He's hobbling around the house like, hey, you got the game on? Can't even get up. You got to wheel him around and shit. It's fucked up, dude. McVay's like, yeah, man. Yeah. Anybody got hair gel?
Matt, I knew you wanted to talk Sean Payton leaving. And I know they're in like salary cap hell.
Jeff Fisher. How about
so
that?
I was wondering, like, where do you think the Saints go here? You got the Michael Thomas situation. You got no cap space.
If I was the Saints, I would let Dennis Allen get a shot at that, the D coordinator that's been there with Sean Payton for years.
Yeah.
Because he has – that side of the ball has been their reason for success the last 2 years.
Defense.
And why not keep what you got going and see what happens? Try to bring somebody else in to handle the offense or retain the offensive coordinator. I think it's Carmichael. He was the coordinator under Sean Payton.
Right.
But I mean, I don't think like coaching was a problem for the Saints this year. I think it was just lack of quarterback. Once Jameis went down, they didn't really have like a winning NFL quarterback or anything close to it.
You don't think the depth at wide receiver?
It was a problem too.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
What did he reference as his reason or whatever? Did he have anything for leaving?
Wanted to step away.
Because the Saints are. He could see that the Saints aren't going to be good next year. He's like, I don't want to coach this team. This is a fucking wreck.
Where are we going, man?
And they were still pretty good this year. It's just like if you look into the future, it's like there's so many problems with the salary cap.
I think,
and they don't have a quarterback that's set in stone, reliable.
$72 million over the cap at the moment.
And you're over the cap and don't have offensive weapons. Even while being over the cap. So how do you solve those problems?
They went all in and
you're cutting big name guys.
They went all in and they didn't win.
And
and Michael Thomas will help. When you get rid of Michael Thomas, that'll help.
Oh that dude's an idiot, man.
I mean, it helps.
That's $20 million off the books, right?
You got to be frustrating as a head coach with that shit. Like, dude, what? Come on, man. Like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, dude, fuck you. You're making. Fuck you.
Well, especially he was such a receiver with no ego, up until
until the money or whatever. And it's like, then the ego, oh yeah, by the way, I'm an asshole. It's like, yeah, get fucked, douchebag. Drew Brees made you, man. If it wasn't for Drew Brees, there would have been no
Michael Thomas.
I mean, really though.
You would never have the record.
There's a lot of Demaryius Thomas, rest in peace. Like there's a lot of guys like that. Julius Thomas with the Broncos, sign these big deals, and then they get with a quarterback like Bortles and
Julius Thomas got a big deal.
He got they signed him to a fat deal, man.
He got like a 4-year, like 75
and Malik Jackson got a big deal to him too, man. After that Super Bowl, and it's like, remember he was a defensive lineman, but it's like, dude, they build it.
Hey, but at least your new OC managed.
My boy Brandon Stokely, man. Like
no, Hackett. You're
the dude from Green Bay going to Denver.
Yeah, but before Green Bay though, he turned around that Jags offense. Like he was the reason I was when they made it to the playoffs that
with Bortles
1 year with Bortles.
Oh, that's impressive. He must be a good.
He
OC.
made it there, so
You get
we can
Bortles
keep
to an
getting two
AFC
gloves.
Championship game.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
should have
Even
won that
with that
fucking game
defense.
too, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the one they blew
really-
against the Steelers,
They
right?
did.
Patriots.
Yeah.
Patriots,
They blew it
dude.
against the Patriots.
Patriots.
I
Tom
just
That was
feel
like,
bad
yeah, that
with
was
it,
like
but
5 years ago now,
That
right?
was the year that the
It was
Patriots
a while
beat
ago.
the I think that was the year that the Patriots beat
Beat the Chiefs?
yeah.
No, that wouldn't make sense.
Or the Seahawks. I think that was that year.
Yeah.
Well, either way, Hackett stayed with him one more
Got it.
season after
Yeah.
that year, and then he moved on to Green Bay.
He
Yeah.
was sick of Bortles.
And
What a
Bortles
surprise.
wasn't bad, like fantasy wise. I remember I would like you could get rushing yards and shit. You know what I mean? His dumbass.
Yeah.
would be
It
out
just,
there
it,
fucking
you know,
out.
if you're reading the tea leaves, though, man, doesn't it seem like, okay, only team in the league with enough cap space for Rodgers and Devontae is Denver.
Can you
The
imagine?
OC for the Packers
I
just became the head coach in Denver.
was happy for Matt when he got Timmy Tom, dude. And now, man, if
Like,
Minus
the only thing-
115
the-
to go to the Broncos.
the only thing that
A-Rod.
could screw it up is if the Packers just play hardball and franchise Devontae.
yeah, that would be a
But
oh my-
Devontae has a decision on that too. So
yeah, he does.
it
right?
really it's Devontae and or Aaron Rodgers' decision.
It is.
If they can do what they want
I-
to do, if they decide they want to go to
Dude,
Denver. The
dude.
thing that would suck, Jimmy, is they would still lose to the Chiefs. I'm telling you.
No, they would not. Our defense is
They would
better than the
still
Chiefs.
fucking lose.
Our
No,
defense is better than the
what
Chiefs, man.
corner? What you
Yeah.
could double team any corner on Devontae with Daniel Sorensen because
Daniel Sorensen won't be on that
no,
team
no, no,
next
no,
year.
no.
Dude.
Hang
There's
on.
no way he
You
will.
yourself said Tyrann Matthews overrated. Well, Tyrann
Oh,
Matthews
for sure. Yeah.
plays the most snaps on that defense. So when he was out, guess who played the most snaps on the Kansas City defense?
Oh,
Your
it's all
buddy
Sorensen.
Daniel Sorensen. So every time he's on the field, he's a fucking liability.
I
You
think
know
he's
it,
just
I know
blowing
it. Everybody
Spagnola,
knows it.
man. I think he's just fucking, you know.
He's probably his
blowing him in
pictures
the-
on him, or like, you know,
Yeah,
probably
something.
Spagnolo blowing a dude. That's
But
probably
dude,
what
I'm
he's got
telling
a
you, if
picture
we
of.
got him and Devontae, what I mean, again, it's
I don't-
I
like
think the
kinda
Chiefs are still better. And I'm just not
offensively-
saying
the only
that.
the
I
only
just
thing
think
is
that's
defensively-
true.
your defense would be
defensively.
your pass rush would be a little sus, you know, because you're probably going to bring back nobody from your defense then,
Yeah,
because to sign those two, you already extended Tim Patrick and Cortland Sutton.
Way to hold on to Timmy P though. I'm a
we
big
got
fan.
yeah, I know. I actually
But I
like
mean,
him a
talk
lot.
about a big three though. Cortland Sutton, Devontae, and Tim Patrick.
Yeah.
with Noah Fant who came
What do you-
on.
Would you feel better about getting Aaron Rodgers or bringing Jameis in and giving Jameis Winston a shot with those receivers?
I've
It's one
heard
of those-
James.
I'd
it's
like
one
to
of the-
see it.
It's like one of the trivia questions from the other night.
Yeah. You don't like
over
the
under
Jameis
2.5.
Yeah, yeah. In my opinion,
Jameis
in my
wouldn't do the job.
opinion, I'd take Aaron Rodgers, but that's not probably the right answer. You know what I mean? Because everyone has an opinion.
I think it'd be 50-50 for most. Jameis.
Where do you think
or
Jameis
Rodgers.
ends up now?
The Steelers is where I want to see him. I really do.
No,
I wanna see
understand
Mike
where you
Tomlin-
want to see him, but where do you think he legitimately goes?
Same thing. Pittsburgh. Because
I
Mike
think
Tomlin could
they already
mind
have Mason
control
Crosby.
Jameis
It's
into
like the
being
same dumb
good.
shit. It's like the same dumb oaf that makes mistakes.
No,
Jameis would only- I
Jameis
mean,
is a smart
he'd
guy.
be
Come
more
on now.
detrimental to the Steelers just because of the way he plays
Yeah.
the game. Like Roethlisberger put him in, like he wasn't great, but like how would Jameis could almost hurt that even
I think
worse, right?
Tomlin would be the best coach for anybody
In all,
for
in
Jameis
all
to have
honesty,
a
man,
good career.
like Matt, like you really
But
believe
Tomlin's not a quarterback coach. He does nothing.
No, but he could just get his mind right. That's all he'd have to do. You know, Jameis
okay,
is good.
I'm just gonna tell you
Is
right
he a
now.
Jedi
got
master?
A
problems
head
dude?
coach
upstairs.
isn't there's
Tomlin
no
was
head
with
coach is a
Antonio
bad-
Brown though to an extent, right? He was a
Yeah, that
Jedi
worked
master
out well.
with
That worked
AB
out good,
and
yeah.
Le'Veon Bell
That
for
worked.
like years.
Oh,
it
that
did
worked,
work
yeah.
for years.
Yeah,
He was
just
the
referenced-
master. No, Tomlin's the master of the patch job. Put a little patch on, keep AB happy for one more year, maybe get a Super Bowl.
He did
And
it
you
for
see-
longer
I
than
mean-
that. Come on.
Yeah.
He kept that a not a problem situation for a number of years.
until AB made it a problem or Bell. I mean, they were both annoying as fuck, to be honest. Let's be real. I mean,
Yeah,
he got you a Super Bowl.
the whole
and I
AB
actually liked AB a lot, but
Thing
like
is
that
boring.
dude's a fucking no. And
Now,
and
did you see on a podcast?
credit
that
to
one
Odell
with
for
Brandon Marshall, the I Am an Athlete one?
I didn't even watch it, dude. I saw that.
They
I follow
asked,
that podcast.
They asked,
I don't.
who do you want to play with next?
Yeah. He said,
Jackson
Lamar.
Jackson.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
And
Lamar.
of course, Lamar's all in. Like
Well,
Lamar
dog,
loves
dude.
it.
I mean,
It's just like, God.
It's unfortunate for guys like
is-
that because they don't realize like the headache that comes with like, yeah, I can have that talent. Oh, I'll take it in a heartbeat. But then it's like you don't realize what comes with that bullshit. Like Tom Brady fell for it, man. I mean, he got everyone to do it. He got the Raiders to do it. We're watching Hard Knocks. We're talking about some dude feet having frostbite. I mean, have you ever heard that from a football player? It's like, yeah, man, I put him in a coat.
Yeah, because he got in a cryogenic tank without anything covering his feet. Yeah. It's fucking
like,
stupid.
Dude,
it's not like somebody.
Germany, though. Like it wasn't. It wasn't
a drama
facility. Yeah.
It's a drama queen. Like, yeah, man, the bath was too cold. It's like, yeah, you idiot. Like, why didn't you have like your team doctor right there doing it for you? He's like,
see,
man, I went to Bed Bath and Beyond and I bought the foot bath. And
see, Jameis would never do anything like that, man. Him
No,
and
he would go
Tomlin,
in
would get along great.
Candidate.
They'll win that division next year.
Go in as a Heisman Trophy trophy candidate and steal fucking Red Lobster.
I can just see there's probably not a lot of Red Lobsters in Pittsburgh.
Whatever the fuck
whatever.
That's the comeback.
Hey, so I know you guys both love Tomlin. You guys both think highly of Brian Flores. Where is he?
I do.
Bro,
hopefully somewhere as a head coach. He deserves it.
Bring him to Denver as the coordinator.
I mean, that'd be a guarantee, right? Though that he ends up
bring
as a
him
head
to
coach,
Denver
right?
as a D coordinator, dude. That would be great.
Yeah.
With Hackett.
If he's humble enough to handle, like, to do that.
Honestly,
oh my God, man.
I'd like to see Flores on the Raiders. I'd like to do it. What's his name? Mark Davis. Mark Davis probably wants something more flashy and less like solid.
But who else?
Flores would be a smart dude.
No, but
Flores
we already
would
heard
be a
Mark
smart
Davis
dude.
with his flashy one. He wants Josh McDaniels.
Yeah. So I'd
That's
rather
flashy.
But would you rather have McDaniels if you're the fan of the team? Would you rather have McDaniels or Flores? Because I kind of like Flores.
I'd much rather have Flores.
Yeah,
but I can't get into the mind of a Davis.
It's just weird because like with McDaniels, the Broncos started really good when he took over there that year, like and they actually were off to like I think an 8-0 or 8-1. It was it was like unreal, it was like 9 or whatever. And when he beat Belichick, man, and it was shocking. And then they fell off. They're on that top 10 NFL countdown of like biggest blow-ups in a season, like to not make the best start of a team did not make the playoffs.
They might have been like 9-1 and then lost the last fucking 5 or something weird.
Yeah. But so like that's in your mind, but shit, dude, like he has, I mean that everyone kind of has that little, Belichick had that, with the Browns or whatever. Everyone has that shitty run, and then you go back to it, and you have success like Pete Carroll did, But I don't know, man. I like Brian Flores a lot, man. I just is it Brian Flores? Did I fuck it up again?
No, you're correct.
No, you didn't go with the Robert Flores one this time.
Christ.
Yeah, you got it, man.
No rope.
But yeah, I like Robert Flores a lot, dude. I think he's a great, head coach. He's a great anchor. No, but I don't know. That's a tough one. Because I think if he had gun to the head, I'll go Flores. I think he made a drastic, improvement to his team, and they just said, fuck you, kind of. I don't know really what their plan is. So it'll be interesting to see who they hire.
McDaniels might have coordinator face. Josh McDaniels, he does have a little bit of coordinator face.
I don't think he wants to go anywhere. He wants New England when Bill leaves.
Yeah. What if he stuck around and then they just screwed him and gave it to
his son,
Stevie Jr.
Whatever
his name is. That'd be so funny. Be like Josh McDaniels, you're going to stay offensive coordinator. We're going to hire his son.
We respect you a lot.
We love you, but Bill's like, I don't.
That would be awesome.
You did bring up Miami though, Jimmy. They've been attached to the Bills' offensive coordinator Brian Dable, who he was at Alabama when Tua broke out. So
makes sense.
If you're going to invest in Tua, I mean, talk about going all in, but
getting the guy,
I just don't see it, because Brian Flores, again,
we're going to get like Dan Quinn and fuck him over for another.
No, Dan Quinn's staying with Dallas. He already said he's declined all interviews. He's going back to the Cowboys. So
What
the
movie?
Cowboys guaranteed to have their whole staff back pretty much.
Oh, they're fucked.
Yeah, but they still got McCarthy.
But
At
again,
least
what does
that's-
that do? Right,
Yeah.
exactly my
Yeah.
point. And how do you fix? There's so many issues there. How do you fix them?
You don't.
Yeah.
You can't. You
With
fire
that
him. Like,
dipshit staff? Yeah.
look how long Jerry Jones left that one dipshit. That's the Giants. I think they
Jason
fired-
Garrett.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
clapper.
really, dude, like, dude, get the
Well,
fuck
hey.
out of here, man. That dude's an idiot. They don't, dude. They don't get it. Like, yeah, man, it's weird.
Well, hey, wasn't Jason Garrett the OC for the Giants when Mr. Ben McAdoo was the head coach?
Oh,
He
well,
was no Jason Garrett was there like the last 2
He's
years,
still there,
man.
I
think
he's
they
still
fired
there.
him during the season.
Okay,
they had to
finally.
have, dude.
We're under
They
a minute.
had to have,
Poor
man.
Daniel Jones praying to the
Yeah.
football gods.
Jason
We're-
Garrett
We're
is
under
like
a minute, Matt. I did see
Yeah.
that. So yeah.
All
we're
right.
but
we'll save Jason Garrett
yeah.
for
We'll save him
God,
for another
There's
time.
some chaos
maybe
in the
never.
NFL.
Maybe we
still.
just won't save
We'll
him.
talk
Yeah,
McAdoo
fuck
and
the
Garrett
fuck
next
Jason
time,
Garrett.
man.
Yeah. PC principal.
All right.
That's fucking
Thanks for
McAdoo.
tuning in.
Yeah, dude.
Cheers.
Enjoy
Hey,
football on
Rod.
Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah, let's go,
Let's
Rams.
get it.
Go,
Let's go.
Rams.
Let's go. Let's go, Joey.
Oh, bang!
Covers Burrow.